The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Strong minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, weak minds discuss people. To find yourself, think for yourself. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. By all means marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher. He who is not contented with what he has, would not be contented with what he would like to have. Be slow to fall into friendship, but when you are in, continue firm and constant. If you don't get what you want, you suffer. If you get what you don't want, you suffer. Even when you get exactly what you want, you still suffer because you can't hold on to it forever. Your mind is your predicament. It wants to be free of change. The children now love luxury. They have bad manners, contempt for authority. They show disrespect for elders and love chatter in place of exercise. Children are now tyrants, not the servants of their households. They no longer rise when elders enter. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. No man has the right to be an amateur in the matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Know thyself. Let him who would move the world first move himself. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. Death may be the greatest of all human blessings. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings so that you shall come easily by what others have labored hard for. The hour of departure has arrived, and we go our separate ways, I to die, and you to live. Which of these two is better only God knows. The only good is knowledge and the only evil is ignorance. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. I am not an Athenian or a Greek, but a citizen of the world. Every action has its pleasures and its price. Prefer knowledge to wealth, for the one is transitory, the other perpetual. We cannot live better than in seeking to become better. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Understanding a question is half an answer. Life contains but two tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire. The other is to get it. The hottest love has the coldest end. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. Be as you wish to seem. Thou shouldst eat to live, not live to eat. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. The greatest way to live with honor in this world is to be what we pretend to be. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. To fear death, gentlemen, is no other than to think oneself wise when one is not, to think one knows what one does not know. No one knows whether death may not be the greatest of all blessings for a man, yet men fear it as if they knew that it is the greatest of evils. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. Once made equal to man, woman becomes his superior. My friend, care for your psyche, know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. Socrates. If you want to be a good saddler, saddle the worst horse, for if you can tame one, you can tame all. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. I pray thee, O God, that I may be beautiful within. If a man comes to the door of poetry untouched by the madness of the muses, believing that technique alone will make him a good poet, He and his sane compositions never reach perfection, but are utterly eclipsed by the performances of the inspired madman.